Najee's my roommate. We talked about it a lot, like early on when it got towards the end of the season. But right now we just focus on, like, we got back to the BCS game before we started our career, our redshirt freshman year. So right now we happy to be back there preparing for Clemson.
Yeah, could you have scripted it any better?
A little bit better, but now, like, we definitely want to end up in the BCS game.
When you look at them, what do you see out of their offense?
The first thing you see is the number of athletes they have. Like, everybody want to talk about Sammy Watkins, but then they got 3 or 4 receivers they can throw it, and they got, like, the best tight end in the nation. They got 2 or 3 athletic quarterbacks, athletic running backs. So you got to be prepared for pretty much anything.
Do they do anything that's different, similar to others that you've seen?
They do a lot of, like, everything, and, like, they run like a million different formations and a lot of different plays out of those formations. So you got to make sure that you watch film and see what they do out of certain formations and try to get what you can from that.
Their offense coordinator was under Todd Graham at Tulsa, and you guys played his offense at Pitt. Have you guys seen a lot of similarities between them?
You definitely see some of the same plays in there, so they help us out preparing for them. But the main thing, they got, like, a lot more athletes than Pitt had, so that's another dimension to their offense.
Well, Ian said that the key is to eliminate Watkins. I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. But then, like, we got to make sure you guys don't try to, like, focus all your attention on him, because then you got the tight end that can beat you and 2 or 3 more receivers that can beat you.
Well, it seemed like you've been stuck to their best receiver of opposing teams, all year. Is that what you see happening January 4th?
I'm not pretty sure, like, how we're going to handle that. Like, right now we still, like, putting stuff in, and I'm still looking at film to see what they do in certain situations. So we'll see it when they get closer to the game.
But as a competitor, would you want to go up against them?
Definitely. But then I know Broderick, he played high school with him, so you want to go up against him too. So.
Compare Watkins to some of the other guys you see, maybe at Sanu or the guys at LSU. Comparable, not comparable?
Like, his style of game is different. Like, he's sort of like a longer, like, Tavon, the way he moves, like his athleticism. He's not like a real physical receiver like Sanu is, but one thing he does, he goes up and gets the ball, like, at his highest point, he can make you miss, and then whenever he's gone, like, it's pretty much over when he's gone.
Yeah, so other people said that he's a lot like Tavon. Is that you see that? Obviously, just a bigger version of him.
Like a longer version of Tavon.
It must be nice going against guys like Tavon and Stedman every day to be able to prepare yourself for a guy like Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, that's definitely like a bonus for us. Like, in our secondary going against our offense every day with our receivers, definitely a bonus.
Is he still a little bit raw just because he's a freshman?
Talking about Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah, you see that out of him, man. Number 6, like, you see him on film. Like, sometimes they can give up some of their routes, like telegraph them a little bit. But then also they'll set up like a double move the same way, but like telegraphing the out route, but they run the out and up. So.
There's been times this year, obviously, that you've really shut down other passing attacks, and there's times like against Syracuse where you guys have kind of struggled. How do you bridge that balance, and how do you get to where you want to be, especially with an attack like this?
That's what we've been, like, working on, like, pretty much ever since, like, that Syracuse game, making sure that don't happen again. And we've been preparing for, like, stuff Syracuse running against us. We really haven't seen that ever since then, so we can't really tell if we're ready for that or not.
Appreciate you.